Hey there, ghosts and ghouls, Warlock here, and today I'm reviewing a new board game! This board game is 5 Minute Dungeon! The most fun you can have in 5 minutes, a chaotic, cooperative, real-time card game. Now, I've actually had this one longer than some of the other ones I reviewed. I got this at Toys R Us before Toys R Us closed around February, so I've had a lot of practice with this game. This game is a very interesting board game because it's kind of different. A lot of board games, even cooperative ones, are very story-based, especially cooperative ones, and you have to work together to deal a certain story. This isn't, kind of. It's weird. Now, let me open it. It is very hard to do one-handed, open a board game. I am going to start pre-opening it and set these up like this, but right now I haven't. Now, this artwork on these games is quite good, actually. Weird shaped case, though. I always have to say that. Now, as you can see, in this game, everyone would pick a class. You got your wizard, and on the flip side of each class, which I like, are female versions. And what makes this even better is every class has their own ability, such as the wizard can stop time by discarding 3 cards, pause timer until someone else plays a card. But the female, her effect is actually different. Teleport, discard 3 cards to defeat an obstacle, which actually it's not just, a female male version. No, they are completely different characters with different names. Sorceress, wizard, different designs, different looks. Each of these are pads everyone will get. This one's my daughter's favorite, Ninja. As you can see, every card has a nice, unique, cartoony design. I really do like the cartoony art styles. They make everything look better. I am sorry, I still don't have a camera. I can't afford it. Eventually, I will afford it. So you guys will get clearer resolutions when I show you this junk. See. Now, every card you see has a draw pile and discard pile. So each player knows what they've set up. And then every pair you pick a boss. There are about 5 bosses in here. This is the 5th, the Dungeon Master. A freaking dragon! You know, that one's always fun. The Grim Reaper. Baby Barbarian. And, Zola the Gorgon! Me and my family have not beat this game in its fullest. It is actually quite hard. But the artwork again. Now, I dropped something. I am sorry. Now, if you look, each of them have this. I'll get into what these are in a minute. But this is where you'd put the decks. The enemy decks. Now, the enemy decks, as you can see, this is all card game based. Every player has a color that goes with their class they pick. You know, barbarian, so on and so forth. Each deck has their own set of cards that morph reflective. And you have to go through by beating these enemies. It's a fairly simple sounding thing. Each deck, if you look at the boss card, says how many enemy cards go in it, 20. And then you flip a card over and have to beat it. Fairly simple. See, whoever has a sword card would toss in a sword, a magic scroll, and a sword to beat it. Then you flip over the next, and then the next, and then the next as it goes. And it just keeps going on like that till you get to the boss, and then have to beat them with their set. Fairly easy setup. Fairly easy rules. But this game is chaotic as hell. You see, everyone has their own deck, own set of cards that match the character. Like the warrior has more fighting cards, and then has special ability cards, like Enrage, choose 2 players to draw 3 extra cards, stuff like that. And you have to work together to beat it. But the problem is, there aren't turns in this. At least, there we go. At least according to the guidebook. The guidebook doesn't tell you if you all go at once or take turns. I need to know this, so we all go at once. And we're just throwing down cards to beat enemies. Like, dash, dash, dash. And you have 5 minutes to beat the dungeon. Which sounds easy, but it is not. Especially when no one has the right card to beat the right monster. This one's my favorite. Exactly, 26 ninjas. Where are they? But it is a pain in the butt. And it is hard. Very, very hard. But that's where it gets fun, because you are all just throwing things left and right, trying to beat this and that, accidentally screwing each other over, but trying to help each other. It is so fun, and you can die if you run out of cards, and then your teammates have to go and try to resurrect you with the right ability card and keep going. It's just so chaotic, but so much fun. We just go crazy. We don't even hold the cards like you would in a traditional card game, where you hold them like this. No, we just lay it out so we can see what each other have. It doesn't say you can't in the rules, and I got 2 young kids playing. Now, what makes this really fun is there's an app for this game. Yeah, you can use your watch, your stopwatch on this phone or whatever, but there's an app. On this app, it will time 5 minutes. But they have famous YouTubers voicing the thing, and they'll give you updates on, oh God, the monster's coming, or oh, you're gonna die soon. And if you win, they'll say something good. If you die, they'll say something. It's hilarious. One guy, they have 5, I think. They got the guy from Honest Trailers, who does the awesome sounding one, it says. They got the guy that does Krillin for Team 4 Star, doing the Krillin voice. They got Melon Head, who does the voice of Pinkie Pie. She does a Pinkie Pie, but kind of evil version. They have the voice of, what's that MLP reviewer? Ah, dang, I can't remember her name. Something Munchkin. The Scottish one. Scottish one. Mad Munchkin. And then I don't recognize the last one. He's a British guy, which I have no freaking clue. And then it sounds like the guy from, there's one guy that sounds like the guy from Lore Frame, who does the Lore Frame videos. I don't know if it's him, but he sounds like it, and it's awesome. They should have got me, though. I would have been great. I have so many voices. But it's really a fun game. It's chaotic and it's hard. Setup is easy. I mean, look at this. Everyone picks a deck that goes with the color of their character. Red for red. You know, pink for pink, blue for blue. Then follow the monster instructions. 20 cards. And then for every player, there's one other thing you add. You add 2 of these cards. They are hard to pass and they make it harder. See? They just hurt you. All players pass their hand to another player. Really screw with you. For every player in the game, you add 2 of these to the deck, to what you got to go against. Now, this game is fun. It is chaotic. It is easy setup, kind of hard, very cooperative. I really say this is a great family game right here. While the box says ages 8+, my 5-year-old has an easy time with it. She does get flustered when we're going too fast, so we do pause the timer at times just for her. And you can do that so easily. Who says you have to go 100% by the rules in a rule book? If you need to and you're playing with younger kids, it's always alright to help them along a little bit. They don't understand it. You want them to have fun with the card game. You don't want them to have a hard time and just get disappointed and turned off from stuff like this. Because these are great family activities, especially one like this where you're not competing. You're all just trying to have fun and help each other. That makes these kind of games great. I give this a strong suggestion, and it would be so much more fun to play with someone when they're drunk. A bunch of drunk people around the table trying to throw the right cards out would be dead hilarious. And one other thing I like is if you put the cards in the right order, the right style, it makes the 5 symbol for the game. I love that little detail on this. But overall, I give this a 7.5 to an 8. It is fun, it is chaotic, but it's not for everyone. I will say that. There are going to be people who don't like the chaotic nature. They don't like the looseness of the rules and easy to change. They're not going to like this. But for people like me, they're going to love it. And if you need a game to play with kids, this is perfect. This is great. Or just play when you're drunk or drinking. This is the perfect game for it. The card art are gorgeous. The characters are fun. And the symbols are easy to follow. Basic that anyone can figure out. But what do you think on this? Do you like this? Did you think it's a horrible game? Do you have fun? Maybe this made you decide to want to buy it. It's fairly cheap. It's only $20. You really can't argue with that price. But tell me down below in my comments. And tell me, is there anything else you want me to review? I'm thinking of reviewing Unlock next, but I'm not 100% sure. I have some other games such as Attack of the Jelly Monsters, and a very big one I'm wanting to review, the Doctor Who Time of the Daleks board game, which I may do that one. But tell me down below and tell me what you think. Anything you have suggested for me to review? At all, cartoons, webcomics, video games, just tell me and I will try and get to it. But until then, this has been Warlock Boo! Hoping to be spooking y'all later. Bye.